Was good, people? As you can see, I guess gameplay in the background, I'm just fighting some random guy, just chilling, he's just a male Majin. He likes candy beam, fighting pose, can do or die. Yeah, but with that, I'll just get on to my list. So this is hashtag long live Xenoverse 2. I do want to prolong this game as long as I can, putting any amount of help that I can into it, because I love playing the game. It's just how people play, the way some moves are, and the actual characters in the game. Let's go over characters, and I'll go over moves, and then I'll go over how the game itself works. As you saw right there, he just dropped out of Crone's combo, and see, like, small people with hitboxes is the most annoying thing in the world, but I'll go over that last. And look at how he's running, spamming snap dashes, most annoying thing in the world. But characters, I'll go over CACs first, I guess. CACs, there's male Majins, female Majins, male Earthlings. I'm trying to think of which other ones are really problematic. I would say female Earthlings because of that thing that they can do with Soul Punisher, but that's not much of a problem because not many people know how to do it. Yeah, so yeah, let's just go over male Majins, female Majins, and male Earthlings. So I'm just go over male Majin first. Their only problem, like they're not like hard to deal with or anything like that. It's not like they're like, oh, I can't beat them kind of problem. It's they're how much damage they take is a huge problem, because they could be so good in this game if you would just like debuff that damage a little bit, because that's a main reason why a lot of people do not see. Look at that, I just killed him with that, and you can see in some of like other fights how easy his health goes away. That shouldn't be the case. It shouldn't go down so easy. Not easy, like so fast, more like it. The faster it goes down, the more people don't want to play, because this game is where you have to manage your stamina, and you're always going to be out of stamina eventually, unless you're just running, which is why most male Majins have that kind of runny playstyle, because they know that they have to be cautious. So yeah, my next is female Majins, and female Majins because of their fast stamina recovery and their heavy light thing where they put one palm up and carry you up into the air. Yeah, that. Let's talk about that first. It's a problem for me because of its rate of connection, I guess. Rate of connection means how much it actually connects versus how much it should connect. It'll connect and you won't go all the way up to the ceiling, and they'll just drop up the combo. You can't do anything about that. Another problem is when somebody tries to vanish out of it and they can't, and they're just stuck in it. That's another problem right there, because you should never vanish in a combo and still be stuck in it, which is a problem with like a lot of maps and characters in this game. Go to the bottom of a map that is a clear floor and vanish, and you're stuck right there. Yeah, that was pretty simple. Oh yeah, their stamina. Their stamina recovery is actually insane. It shouldn't be like that. I uploaded a video where I actually got I was pissed. I was like legitimately angered because of the female Majin on that game, because what she did was using evasive that made her run away or something like that, and since she only had 3 bars of stamina and the super soul I like you better when you're mad, she would vanish, get 5 bars of ki, or how many bars of ki you get, and then start using and then use after image, and then use a super, and then do it all again when her stamina came back. I couldn't get any hits on her because, one, the super soul already makes her stamina recovery fast enough, and then her base stamina recovery is already fast. So they really need to fix that, because that's such a problem. Like, I can't play against female Majins anymore, like looking at them, because it's like that much of an annoyance. It's like, if this guy's gonna play like that, then I don't want to play. There's so many times where like somebody will start playing like that against me, and I'll just stop playing the game. I'll just be like, you know what, I don't want to play this game anymore, and I'll get on like Dead or Alive or Tekken or Street Fighter or something like that. Like, it's just not fun for me. Melee things you already know. Unvanishable kicks. Unvanishable what? Their unvanishable stamina break. You know, unvanishables shouldn't be in the game to begin with. I do not know why y'all let that be anything in this game, like at all, in any way, shape, or form. Like, it shouldn't be allowed on any character whatsoever in any way, because that's not fair to the player. Let's say it's a Namekian versus a Male Earthling, and the Male Earthling knows how to do the unvanishable stamina break. That Namekian might not win that fight, you know, because he can't do the same things that the Male Earthling can do. Like, they can't do unvanishables that easy. Frieza Race can't do unvanishables at all because their hit takes too long, which is another reason why it's not fair, because some of them take too long to hit to actually get it off, which is why it's just not fair. And their kick up, you know, their kick up, its invincibility frames out, just out of everywhere. You know, kick up, move, kick up, move, kick up, move. It's just so repetitive, and it doesn't show anything. It just shows that you know how to kick up. You know, kicking up doesn't really do anything. It gives them invincibility, and it's a setup for the invincible. That's the only reason why they do the kick up as much as they do. You know, I'm gonna kick up, and then I'm gonna go straight into an unvanishable, or I'm gonna kick up and I'm just gonna keep kicking up until he vanishes. You know, that kind of thing. That doesn't show anything. That just means that you know how to keep someone in one spot. That's putting you in an advantage, an unfair advantage over. Because, you know, this game, yeah, there's some things that are cheap, but then there's some things that are, you know, more fair than cheap, I guess. Because unvanishable, that's not fair in any way, shape, or form. I had somebody tell me that it's complicated to do. You press square, press L2 and move, hold triangle, and do a stamina break. What about that was complicated? Like, really, what about that was complicated? Hitting up, moving, charging, stamina break. That's not complicated. This game is not complicated. If it's complicated, then you are 10. Okay, but that's not what we're talking about today. You know, it's not complicated, it's not hard to do, which is why it's such a problem, because it's not hard in any manner at all. OG characters, hit, that's it. Yeah, just hit. No, oh wait, I'm slow. Hit Gogeta and Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta. Now, those are problems for me, because the Gogeta is because of their back hit, and regular Gogeta because of punch drive. You know, like, you can say like, oh, their stats are good, that makes them easy characters, but that doesn't mean that there's anything wrong with the actual character. That just means that they're easy characters. Remember, people, Dragon Ball is not seen as a mostly adult franchise. It's mostly, you know, teens and such, which is why they make games like this so easy. Y'all can agree on that. Dragon Ball FighterZ, it's not going to be a game like this. Yeah, kids and, you know, younger people can still play it, but that doesn't mean it's going to be this easy, because I know for a fact it's not. You know, we've already seen the gameplay. We've seen how hard it is to actually play, coming from many different perspectives, and that's how it's going to be. It's not going to be anything like this game, which is why I'm so hyped for it, because it's going to be a game that takes an amount of skill, rather than you can just mash in this game and beat people. Like, no, that's not how a game should be played. But, you know, Gogeta, his freaking what's it called, his puncher drive, he's an easy character, easy combos, really good stats. Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, he is a more complicated character, I guess. Just because he does more knockaway attacks, that's the only difference. And his back hit, both of their back hits are, excuse me, like extremely strong. Like invincibility frames and all that. Like, it can be abused if somebody really wanted to. And then hit. Oh, hit. Where do I even begin? You know, his stats are good, like really good. His infinite combo on his awoken form, yeah, that's utterly snapped. Okay, there's nothing you can say to make me think that doesn't make someone a cheap player. Like, you know, I've done it before. I mostly do it with friends, or if somebody's playing cheap against me, when I'm using hit, and I barely ever use hit, but I am making a hit video today. Ta-da! I'm sorry, but hit's infinite combo. I've seen videos where somebody legitimately had full health, and then they got themselves into the position to get a stamina break, and they just eliminated the health because of that infinite. And if you add on the fact that you can do pure progress, if you really want to, you can get that off. That makes it so much stronger. Like, it's actually crazy. On top of that, when he does the key blast, when you're key blast canceling, you know, hit key blast, and you just turn around, and you know, you turn around with it. You don't like do how everybody else does, you know, where they short forward. No, he'll turn around and like shoot you in the face, pretty much. So yeah, that's that. It's so annoying. Plus, how fast the character is, and then on top of being fast, his hitbox is broken. Like, Jesus, his hitbox is, oh, it's crazy. You can knock somebody easily out of freaking snap vanishing just with his elbow. That's all the characters. You might be asking why. Oh, why don't you go for Blue Goku, Blue Vegeta, all those people with infinites? Like, no, that's because of their stats. That's why it does damage. If you complain about the Blue Goku cheese, but you don't complain about, you know, CAC cheese, where they're doing the same combos over and over, then don't say a word. You know, that's why I don't see that as a problem. Yeah, it's annoying, but that's not a problem with the character, because every character can do that. So yeah, you know, male Earthlings can, female Majins especially can, male Saiyans, see, all of them can do that, which is why it's fair. Now, does that make it, you know, equal to, you know, everybody specifically? No, not at all. You know, that's something that I don't know if it needs to be fixed, because I could care less. I don't run into it as a problem. Oh, like on Vegito with his, yeah. Oh, something else I wanted, Vegito Blue and Vegito. No, mostly just Vegito Blue. His combos, yeah, some of them you can't vanish out of. And you know, like his neutral square combo at the end, where he pushes you down with a palm, can't really vanish out of that. His heavy light, where he kicks you up and then hits you down with his double hands, yeah, can't vanish out of that. Those are problems. We can vanish, but you might just stay in the same place, is what I mean. You know, that. Let's go into moves. Punch, drive, and R slide. That's it. Everything else can be dealt with easy. I mean, super easy. Let me think. R slide, it can be kept to keep people in place, okay? And I mean in place, like standing, like you can hit them, knock them away, but if you catch them on the R slide, they're stuck right there. You can keep them in an infinite loop over, and over, okay? Punch or drive, as you saw, when that dude, oh, we're not there yet, I'm slow, but people have used R slide, push drive on me, or on y'all, most likely y'all if you're on this video, and not been able to be touched. You have to get them before they move when they start punch drive. That's the only way that you'll be able to do any amount of damage onto them, which is why it's just not a cool move. I mean, yeah, it is a cool move, but it's just not fair, okay? If you can't hit them while they're doing it, or you can barely hit them after they do it, or when they're starting it, that's not okay. R slide is more preventable, I guess, you know, that's an iffy for me, because I don't really run into it all that much, and when I do, it's an easy problem. And another move is energy barrier that you saw me use a second ago. It's you can't vanish out of it, and it's just that's not okay for me. I started using it because it was cool, and I could use that to like set up combos and such. But other than that, most people use it in such like a snapped and cheap way that it's just not fun, you know. What is it? Oh yeah, you use energy barrier into, and then you dash at them and kick them, and then you use R slide. You know, that's damage right there. You know, level 99 male human or female Majin, that'll do so much damage. That's just not fair. It really isn't. It shouldn't be an invanishable. As I said, I personally don't think there should be any invanishables in this game, because it has the potential to ruin the fun for the game. Last thing is just pretty much how the game works. The netcode is absolutely terrible. I'll be having fights with people that are like blue bars, and like they say blue bar the entire through all of our fights, but like I'll hit and then we'll connect, or I'll hit and then we'll start to clash. So many of these problems, y'all have experienced them too. Like some moves shouldn't hit, you know, and they do because of netcode. Sorry, my thing restarted because 15 minutes of talking is a thing. But you know, some moves should hit, some moves shouldn't hit, and it's just kind of ridiculous. Like I've seen moves that never really got off be used in a way to where they could get off, just because of netcode, not because oh, it's the game, whatever. Game Breaker God, he's a cool dude with them super cool combos, and like he is pretty much the embodiment of every netcode problem with this game. Have you seen some of the stuff he does? Like, it looks cool and it is cool, but the fact that you're able, like, I don't really have a problem with it. I just don't like it when it's abused. Like perfect shot into super mad dance. I fought level 99 male earthlings with 125 in key and basic strikes, and they just eliminate my health. With that, they take like a bar off because there's nothing that you can do about it. I just don't like that there's nothing that you can do about some of those combos. A lot of those you can just vanish out of. Might be a little complicated because of how much movement and all that stuff there is, but it's simple enough to get out of. What else? What about the netcode? Oh, how I'll smack someone in the face and then they just keep walking like nothing happened. It's like, come on now, I've been beating you for like the past 10 minutes, but it's okay. There's been so many times, and you can say that it's due to internet connection between you and whoever you're playing with, but it's not always that. It could just be the game itself, because there's been many matches where I want to play with a specific person, but for some reason it won't connect, and it won't be, because like I've played with a lot of people before, and I try to play with the same people, and then it just doesn't work. All of a sudden, just everything just stops working. I'm like, hey man, what's the problem? Like this shouldn't be happening. If I played with someone before, I should be able to play with them like forever, like legit, like forever. Because if I play with you once, I'm pretty sure I could play with you 1,000 more times. Because of the fact that if they let us play once, they should let us play again. There's many people that I've wanted to play with. Radio X Drone, him. Radio Drone XX, because he seems like a cool player, this and that, but because this game and the servers and all this and that, it just won't connect. Because I know my internet is fine, most of the time, the only problems come from the game itself when I'm fighting, or if like the connection is already weak as is. But they really need to work on that to make it better, to further improve this game, because this game is mainly about the online, and y'all know that it's mainly about the online game, which is why they're trying to do so much, add all this DLC, doing all this and that, because they want to further the game, and they know that the only way that they can further this game is through online and DLC content. They fix stuff online, more people come back. What moves were a problem? Dragon Flash Bullet, and Go-Go Gun problems. As soon as they got fixed, a bunch of people came back because nobody could cheese that anymore. Absolute Zero, and what's the fire move? Like, I don't even remember the fire move. Whatever the fire move was, they got fixed. And people started coming back. God Destruction's Anger and Prelude to Destruction got debuffed. They got fixed a little bit, and people started coming back. You see, there's a pattern. That was a cool finish. I'm sorry, but there's a pattern here. When they fix something, more people come back, and that's just how it is. And if you're not gonna fix something, then people are gonna they're just gonna be like, okay, well, I'll just stay away from this game. I'll play all these other games that are so much better, because there are a lot of games better than this game. I just like this game because it's something that we can have fun with if we try to. You see that back hit right there? He did the back hit so fast. Yeah, it's just not something that most people enjoy. Now let's do an overview. Male Majins, how much damage they take when they lose their stamina, needs to be nerfed. Female Majins and their stamina recovery on top, and their heavy light combo. Male Earthlings Unvanishable, and their invincible kick up. Hit See how just he just used punch drive and I couldn't hit him? You know, there you go. Example right there. Hit and he turns around, he key blasts, how fast he is, and his hitbox, all problems that need to be fixed, and his infinite. Um the Gogetas, because their back hit is invincible. But that's as long as I want to keep y'all here. Thank you for watching. If you watched like a good portion through, I really appreciate it because it's something that I'm super interested in. But with that, I'll see you.